The IDN platform has many different ways for users to customize reports. In this short video, we're going to look at a sampling of those customization methods, gradually moving up in complexity as we go. First of all, the default system has many reports, so it's possible that the user's needs will be covered by these pre-made reports without the need of customization at all. For every module in the system, there are a series of global reports that we can use to look at data across the entire system. In this example, focused on work management. In addition to the global reports, there are also many reports that are tied to a particular asset or location. For example, every building in the system has a reporting area that we can see here. In many cases, facility staff will need info about one particular building, and these focus reports mean they do not have to launch a giant report and filter after the fact. The second category of customization is onboarding additions. These are reports that we add during the initial engagement period with a new customer and will be built into any startup costs. So we will work with you to better understand your needs and include specifics that we did not already have in the box. The third category is built-in filters. Rather than needing the users to understand how to customize a report, they can often take advantage of filtering options built into the existing reports. These filters available may vary, but will often include date ranges or location filters to quickly narrow in on the area of interest. Next, let's look at how users can make changes to drawing queries. Not only can users combine multiple queries in a single view, but they can also highlight ranges and recolor them on the fly. So in this case, the user just wants to print out all of the office spaces, without cluttering the report with other categories of space. After turning off the categories that aren't needed, it's also possible to click on any of the items in the legend and change their color for a one-off print. Now that those easy customizations are done, we can print this report to PDF, formatting it to fit onto regular paper or large architectural sizes. As part of that print process, we can choose to include the entire floor or only focus on a small section, like we see here. For tabular, spreadsheet-like reports, users can choose to do a number of simple changes, like adding or removing columns and setting filters. Perhaps a user wants to show a list of all the conference rooms with their dimensions. While the areas are showing for spaces here, we're not seeing the dimensions. So we can click on one of the column header menus, select Insert Column, and then find the column we wish to add. With the dimensions added, we just need to filter the report to only conference rooms. So we go into the menu for the caption column, select Filter, and then type in the value we're looking for, leaving us with a concise list with only what we need. For more complex reports, we have services available to help you define your needs and put them into the system. Perhaps you have a special format for reports going to the government. Here we're seeing a custom report showing chargebacks. Depending upon the plan you selected with the system, you may have some service hours built in. You can use those hours to shape reporting as your needs change over time. More advanced users may take advantage of some of the more comprehensive report customization tools, allowing big lists of data to be quickly boiled down and summarized for a bird's-eye view of specific information. In this example, the user would like to see how much space the executive division is using on each floor of every building in the portfolio. So we begin by filtering on the division column. Now that the information is filtered down to show us only the spaces that the executive division owns, let's next add a total aggregate to the area. So now we can see at the bottom we have a summary of the total square footage owned by the executive department. We'll add one other aggregate to the space code column to tell us the count of spaces that they own. And finally, we'll go ahead and group our information by both building and then by floor. If we aren't concerned with all of the minutiae, we can also click the Summarize Aggregates button, which brings us down to a quick and easy view of all the space owned by the executive division. Finally, we have the most advanced category of custom reports, the custom formatted report. This is a much deeper topic that requires a whole series of videos to cover, but let's just look at a rather simple example for context. Users who are given the developer or administrator security roles can edit definitions of any content in the system. Launching into the editor, here we can make whatever kinds of changes we want, but again, for now, we'll just take a look at making a change to some of the colors. So we'll change the header and footer colors, save it, we can return to our report and refresh it. Any amount of changes can be made here to positions and colors and data shown, so this is a much deeper topic.